here today to offer you an oracle reading for our upcoming full moon in Capricorn on July 21st. And so to begin, I wanted to look at the gene key of that day, which is gene key 56. And I pulled a card from the wonderful Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck by Rosy Aronson. Then I pulled a card from the 13 Moon Oracle deck by Ariel Spilsbury. And then I pulled a third card from the Magdalene Rose Oracle by Elaine Kalila Dowdy in honor of the upcoming Magdalene feast day. So let's see what the energies how they want to guide us. So first I'll start with the gene key of that day. And if you don't know the work of the gene keys, that's a beautiful body of wisdom by Richard Rudd. And you can just look that up and you'll go down a rabbit hole of wonderful breadcrumbs to navigate. And each day is marked by a particular gene key transit. And so on July the 21st, we will be in gene key 56. There are 64 of them. And so we're in 56. Each gene key has a shadow, a gift, and a higher gift called a city. And so just to let your own inner oracle begin to open up and see what these words mean to you. This is the energy of this full moon in Capricorn, according to the gene key transit. The shadow is distraction. The gift is enrichment. And the city, the highest gift, is intoxication. So what does that say to you and how are you feeling that? This beautiful card by the Wisdom Keeper Oracle has a message from this wisdom keeper here, and I wanted to read that to you. And it says, I come to bring you true enrichment, not mere enjoyment or entertainment. I want you to get the most out of your life so that you can enhance the lives of others. But first, you must learn to balance fun with seriousness, and you must wake up to all the ways you distract yourself from who you are and how you truly feel. It's time to learn to discern between that which genuinely nourishes you and that which saps your spirit. Notice where you are still a victim of your own senses or overindulgence and self-deprivation. I care less about what you do than where you come from. Come from fear and you'll likely do too much or too little or at the wrong time. Come from love and you won't need rules or protocols to guide you. Essentially, your attention will turn towards gratitude and your presence will enrich the world. So feel this quality of distraction and enrichment. And one of the questions for contemplation on this day is, where are you distracted? What are the distractions in your life? Well, certainly at this time in our world, there's so much that can distract us. Like you can just turn on the TV or the radio or get on your phone, and there's just something happening every day that is like, what? Oh my goodness, that can really consume your thoughts and pull you into fear or pull you into anxiety. And so I feel that this gene key 56 is so powerful because it's inviting us to see that from the shadow of the seed of distraction comes enrichment. How can you turn that which is distracting you? How have discernment on the things that actually enrich you and don't just take from your energy or distract you from being present in the moment? Now, the next card I received is from the 13 Moon Oracle deck. And so I asked for a guide to help us. And what can help us with distraction more than the wise woman? This is such a wonderful card. This is the frequency of the wise woman. The words here on the card are crossroads, allowance, heart knowing, simplify, inclusion, listening, wisdom. And for me, this is a wonderful archetype that we can plugging into our own inner wise woman that can really lead from discernment. This discernment, I feel, comes from the neutrality of the wise woman, the one who has lived for a long time and has seen so much and knows that, tomorrow is another day. The one that doesn't get hooked into fear or stories that cause anxiety. the one that is plugged into love, into heart knowing. And so this might be a question that you ask yourself on this full moon in Capricorn that's coming up. What does your heart know? When you are faced with something that distracts you, that keeps you from being fully present, tune into your heart. Just a simple act of breathing. Simplicity, again, is one of the gifts of the wise woman. And so just take a moment to pause, breathe, tune into your heart. And what is real? Is what you're doing or consuming or reading, engaging in, is this something that is going to bring you more peace, open your heart, bring you more love and harmony? Or is this going to pull you further down the rabbit hole of fear and anxiety? Notice even now your speech that might come forward, or the things that you want to talk about, or maybe even complain about. And tap into that heart knowing and that inner wise woman and ask, is the victim part of me coming out? Or is there a place where I can breathe and expand my heart even bigger and come into presence and hold, yes, whatever that thing, that irritation, that worry, that fear is, to hold it. That's a Gene Key teaching, is to embrace the shadow, to just embrace whatever this distraction is, and to hold it with love and to alchemize it into an opportunity to become more present, an opportunity to engage your inner wise woman. Now, finally, I pulled a card from the card from the wonderful deck by Elaine Kalila, the Magdalene Rose Oracle. And so I feel like this is a message from this energy of the Magdalene, this energy of the divine feminine. And so what did I get? Aha, the chalice. There you go. Let's see if you can see that. The chalice. Isn't that beautiful? And so I want to read a little bit what this says here. It says, I am here to remind you that you are a divine conduit, that you are human and divine. You stand between the worlds of form and formlessness, and I am here to connect you to the mystery between the veils. If you have been feeling disconnected from your intuition, this is a reminder to feel the chalice of remembrance, that of the divine feminine that always lives within you. And so holding that simplicity and heart knowing of the wise woman, and knowing that you are a chalice, your body, feeling your feet on the ground, feeling the trunk of your legs as the stem of the chalice, and from your heart opening up to becoming the chalice of remembrance. What is it that you know to be true? It's not this knowing, and it can be this knowing. But I'm feeling that it's even deeper. It's in the water of remembrance. It's in the waters of remembrance that nourish all of us, the waters that come from the sea. And so that's the beautiful thing about water. And water is an element I've been deepening in with lately. And you can even see behind me, I've been working on a painting with a big ocean and the light upon the water. And I just heard an astrologer talking about how water is the way that we communicate and transmit our light. And I have been working with this image of the moonlight on the water, that moonlight reflected by the sun that's always on. And so I really feel that energy of that masculine young sun beaming its light onto the moon. Aha, and it's a full moon in Capricorn. So that light of the sun on the moon, and the moon receiving this light, that's the feminine receiving. The moon being magnetized and illuminated by the yang and the yin, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark coming together at this full moon. And so we see this beautiful moon, and from the glow of the moon, the light on the water. What is that light on the water in your life? What is being illuminated through the waters of remembrance? These are deep waters that connect you not with just what you did yesterday or the week before or last year or 10 years ago. Not that kind of memory. It's the memory of who you truly are. It's the memory of your lineage. It's the memory of why you are here. If you are listening to me now, then you are probably attracted to other ways of knowing. other ways of illuminating the truth, other ways of lighting up the world in a time of darkness. And so, my invitation to you as we move through this full moon in Capricorn is to go out into the moonlight and to know that this moonlight is being reflected on the oceans around you and into the water that we drink and into the waters of our blood. This remembrance feeding the chalice of who we are. This beautiful card that continues to say, perhaps you've forgotten who you are, forgotten your priestess gifts. As this face of the Magdalene, you hold the energetic frequency of the great cosmic portal, the magic doorway, the magi, mage, and the tower of strength. You are a watchtower woman. Connect to the element of water at this time would serve you. Drinking of sanctified water is a ritual of remembrance. So, even in your daily act of drinking water to nourish your body, remember what this card is saying as you are human and divine. How is this water enriching you? How can you connect to the intoxication of your light, of who you truly are? And so that's my reading. It's been wonderful to be with you. I'm Aurora Anorka Farber, an intuitive, an oracle, a believer in all the magical breadcrumbs that come our way. Hopefully, a beacon of hope in your life and in my own life. I am a watchtower woman. And so on this full moon in Capricorn, I wish you the blessings of the light dancing on the oceans as you drink in the light that you are, as you nourish that which truly serves you, that which truly enriches you, so that you may become intoxicated with the beauty and the truth of who you are. Many blessings and happy full moon.